Hello YouTube, G again, and welcome back to Insanity, aka Metro 64-man Conquest. And this might be the most boring gameplay I will ever upload, but I don't really feel like playing all those big maps like vehicles and tanks and all that. I really didn't feel that tactical today. I just wanted to jump into the game, get some kills, and have some fun, and get exploded multiple times, but we'll discuss it later. So I'm using this BF3 with slugs, extended mags, and the red dot sight. And yes, it's sort of hypocritical because I said in the past I would never use any sight on a pump action shotgun, but I just need that little bit of accuracy shooting slugs with it. Even though aim down sight fails, hipfire succeeds. For some reason, sometimes hipfire you can get away with that, just hipfiring with slugs, which can be kind of frustrating because you know that little reticle in the middle of my screen, the circle. This slug can hit anywhere in between this little area my circle covers up, which gets a little bit bigger while moving, but that's another story. And it can be frustrating because a leg shot, like hitting some guy in the kneecaps or in the feet or something like that, won't kill him in one shot. He will get away with like a sliver of health left, even though that was a leg shot and killed him, but he was damaged. So on Operation Metro you rarely get any hit markers with slugs because most of the time people run around damaged by some kind of explosives. Because I just chuck random nades and everybody does that. I mean, you have to be aware of all those disco nades around hitting you, and that's why I'm using the flag squad specialization, which basically means any kind of explosive will deal less damage to me and my squad mates, which is fairly valuable on this map because, as you can see, everything's exploding right here. My screen keeps shaking constantly and it's extremely hectic. Because that window of time when I peek around the corner and shoot upstairs is fairly short because someone may or may not shoot an RPG or throw a grenade or an M320. Some kind of explosive may come down and kill me, or at least damage me significantly. So peek around the corner, get back. Oh, nice headshot. Good deal running by and get another guy with the hip fire. And get back. That's what I do pretty much all game. I just pick up guys on those stairs and hope my teammates on the front stairs to my left right now somehow breach and I can get up the stairs and take out everybody behind the escalators. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but I think oh my god, I think that's the most effective way to conquer B on the American side, because it's fairly difficult, because obviously we have to shoot upwards and that's a little bit more difficult. So I switched over, cut out a little bit of the gameplay here because it got mildly boring just hanging out of side stairs and picking up people coming down the stairs. And most of the time when both teams are equally skilled, the Russians will win. 9 out of 10 times. I'm not even joking, because they have the advantage of the vantage point. What I mean by that is they fight downstairs. They have an elevated position to throw grenades and spam explosives all day. And nice one peeking around the corner. And there's another guy. He made me laugh so much. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him right here. He tries to play some peekaboo. Okay, come peekaboo. Yes, got him. He just went around the corner and back and forth like 5 times and started shooting, which is a valuable tactic. I see this guy approaching the door. Nice one. That's not the way it works. Don't rush at the guy with the pump action shotgun. Never do it. And that's the value of slugs, because buckshot or flechette may fail on you sometimes. You won't get this one hit kill, but if I shoot you in the chest from that range, like point blank, you are dead. Or in the head from that range, that's pretty lethal as well. And I don't know, I don't really know. Like the stats say, okay, I guess we all know that headshots do twice the damage, like 200% of body shots. But that doesn't really count for shotguns, because they have a headshot multiplier of 2.4, which means they deal even more damage. And I don't really know if it's really with slugs, so you really do that much more damage with headshots. Because that would basically mean a headshot with a slug on any shotgun will be lethal at any range. At any range. Like, you can get marksman headshots of like 1,000 meters with it. Which is... Oh, why you can get marksman headshots? Because those bonus points are reserved for the sniper rifles, but it's just a concept that slugs are so good at range. I mean, it's a two-shot body shot at pretty much all ranges where you normally engage enemies. It's a one-shot kill to the chest or to the body and the head at close range, and it's a one-hit kill headshot at pretty much any range. Any range you want. I mean, you could like put like a rifle scope or a ballistic scope on this thing and just own people from afar. I mean, I fail right here now. I don't like all those high zoomed, high powered scopes because I think it's quite the disadvantage of the scope glint that makes me so vulnerable. Because whenever you see a recon on the end of this tunnel right here, for example, he will glow like a Christmas tree. Like, you can see him every single time before he can see you, even though he has that high powered zoom on his rifle. And that's why I think you should use nothing higher than a 4 times magnification at any given time. Like, if you use a sniper rifle like 7 times or 8 times, you want to fight at ranges of up to like 1,000 meters or more. And if you're that far away from most enemies and all the objectives, you're doing it wrong. You're just doing it plain wrong, because you're not helping your team, because all your gadgets won't work at that range. You can use your tugs, you can only use it to protect yourself, basically, but that's not really aiding your team in order to win the game. And also too, your spawn beacon up on the hill like 1,000 meters away from everything is not useful at all. You are basically just the free knife kill for anybody who can find you on that hill and just... Or you're just a bait for trolls. You like all those videos on YouTube, you know, people trolling others, like laying C4 down or planting a claymore right behind him and jumping in front of his face so he explodes into oblivion as he moves. I don't know, I really enjoy that kind of gameplay, but so many people enjoy it, so many people like to do it, and you should never be a troll victim by any means. I mean, it's kind of embarrassing, and it's not fun you to get knifed by trolls constantly, so you shouldn't adopt this playstyle of camping in the hill 1,000 meters or more away from any kind of objective. If you use a 4 times scope, that's good enough for up to 200 meters. And this is fairly far away if you ask me, so it's far away enough. And I don't know how I got a hit marker there and dealing just 74% damage. Maybe it was a leg shot, maybe I'm just inaccurate, but I don't understand. See, I thought I had this guy right here, and you might say, why am I not playing close quarters? I mean, I played close quarters quite a bit, especially gun games, because it was fun at first, but then I realized it's just frustrating. Gun games is plain frustrating, because if you join late, you have to go against people with assault rifles with a pistol, like the Garage against the MTAR. Not really fair. And also too, you get stuck with so many awful setups. Like, what's the deal using an LSAT with a 3.4 times scope and a laser? I mean, in close quarters, especially in close quarters, like an LMG with horrible hip fire. I mean, you get the laser, granted, but it's still horrible, and it still has this low rate of fire, which really bones you. And nice plate, sir, nice plate. I didn't really check all the corners, and he was lurking on the right side right here, and I just didn't pay attention to him. Well played on his part. And see the guy on the other team shouting like go left, 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 like he thinks that side stairs, excuse me, is free, but obviously it's not, and they just rush down here and get taken out easily, fairly easily. And we eventually capture B and get them back out of the metro itself, but it's way too late. I mean, it's too late already. We are already like 500 tickets behind. There's no way to catch up. I mean, we would catch up from now on if we triple cap them constantly, but it's not going to happen. And I don't really care about winning on this map because, like I said, just run around, or lurk around, or do whatever you like to do on this map and get into the action. That's what you basically do. Throw random grenades if you have one left. I mean, see, you at least you will get a hit marker with that. It's fairly easy to get grenade kills on this one. And also too, another thing I would like to blame DICE are the new assignments, like get AT rocket kills. Like, so many people want those rocket kills, and they just go in Metro and spam RPGs all day long. I mean, I did it too. I got the last 4 kills for the ACWR on Metro, granted, but I know I don't really like using explosives on Operation Metro. And most of the time just use my primary and try to get into normal engagements, basically. I don't just sit in the corner and spam M320s. You might say I'm a hypocrite because I got quite a few nub-top kills if you check out my statistics, but that's mostly smoke or the M320 bugs. So I was using a relatively fair type of weapon and not just explosives on Operation Metro. Just so we're clear. So one thing I do like about this map is how easy it plays itself. Like, it's really easy to get used to it. Like, you play on the Russian side, you just throw grenades down or hold off people coming up to B, basically. That's what you're gonna do. You take a spot like the front stairs or the back escalators or the side stairs and just spam grenades and shoot everybody who tries to come up. It's not difficult, but it's fun at times if you really just want to get some stress out and kill a few guys. But if you want to win your games and overcome the enemy by tactical approaches, this is not your map. This is really not your map, because alright, you got a few choices. You can go through side stairs right here. You can go the front escalators or the back escalators, and they will be all guarded. So once you get up there, you will get shot in the face from like 10 different directions, despite the fact you will get blown into oblivion by hand grenades. But granted, it may work that you just sneak up on the back escalators and run through to A, but I don't think that's really winning the game, because alright, you capture A, but what's going to happen? You get killed and they get A back, like really quickly, because it only needs a few guys at B to hold off the American team from rushing into it, if they're competent enough. Granted, stupid team like really dumb noobs will still lose a game of Conquest 64 man on Operation Metro on the Russian side. But also too, you can rack up a lot of kills with here. I actually end up MVP with like 50 kills or something like that. I guess it was 60 or something. Like 50 kills with the spaz. That's fairly beastly, but I'm not going to say it is hard to get a lot of kills on Metro, because it's 1,000 tickets, so you have the time to get a lot of kills, and there are lots of enemies, so you will have an engagement like every 5 seconds. It's just like, I don't know, it's just like close quarters, where people spawn all over the place, which is a little bit more random than that, but still, you just go to that gigantic front line over here and kill everybody who tries to approach you, basically. And no, he was already dead. And you remember that recon? That recon guy I just spawned on back at C? I don't know what he was doing. He was throwing grenades upstairs back there when there's no enemy even remotely close to him. I don't even understand what he was doing. There's a little revive fail right here, but alright, come on, come on. Got him, but look at this guy, look at this guy, look at him. He's prone on the very far left side on those stairs. I just didn't see him. Yet again, well played. I really didn't notice him lying around there. So well played on his part. Found a good lurking spawn and I fell for it. So eventually we will get B right here, but it's way too late. It's like 50 tickets before the game concludes, so we get B. We also get A, but we still lose the game at the end, so it really doesn't matter. And I don't even know why I suicided there. I have no idea whatsoever. I didn't throw a grenade that would have killed me. I just randomly died. And the game said, "Oh, you committed suicide." I don't understand how I don't understand. Alright, granted, that was a leg shot. Not killing the guy. Oh, alright, hipfire works. And come on, don't get revived. Don't ever get revived when you get shot at by a pump action. Never ever. And I've played this bass so much, especially on close quarters. It's whenever I play close quarters, like I get invited to a close quarters server from like a clanmate or something. I just use the spaz pretty much always. Whenever you see me playing on close quarters, like Dunya Fortress or Zebo Tower, I would use the spaz all game, and I don't even feel ashamed about it because it's still a pump action. It's not that cheap concept of a semi-automatic or fully automatic shotgun, which still kills in one shot at close range. And just like I said back in the day, I just don't like the concept behind a semi-automatic shotgun that is still as powerful as a pump action in terms of the one-hit kill range. I mean, yes, granted, the pump action shotguns have a little bit more damage potential due to their higher amount of pellets per shot, but with slugs, it's pretty much the same. And also true with buckshot. If you get hit point blank range by a DAO 12, you still die in one shot. And even if he misses the first 3, he can just spam you down like it's Christmas. I don't understand the concept behind it. I really don't like it. I really don't. I mean, back in the day, Bad Company 2, it wasn't really that bad because shotguns had so limited range and the USS and the Sega were a little bit weaker. They were at least a 2-shot kill, if I can remember that correctly. I never used those guns frequently. I kinda like the 870, but the pump action shotguns Bad Company 2, there were a few more like the NS2000 or the Spaz 12. But they were all just the same, just a different model. Despite the fact that the Neostat had a little bit quicker reload time than any other shotgun, but I don't know. And about the Spaz, I mean, it's basically the 870, but it shoots a little bit faster and has a little bit lower damage, basically. But I think it's more reliable. I don't know why, but I feel it's more reliable than the 870. It failed so often on me, especially with flashette and buckshot. I used slugs a little, but I really didn't like the concept of slugs back in the day. But right now I think about it like, okay, the slugs aren't a one-hit kill at longer ranges. Especially if you don't get a headshot off, but it adds so much more range to a shotgun that you should say to yourself, why would I ever use anything else than slugs on a shotgun? Period. I mean, what's the deal? It's still a one-hit kill at close range. And you can pick off people from quite afar with 2 shots, like quickly followed up, or just get a headshot off, basically. So, I don't know. It's fairly difficult for me to completely justify my Spaz 12 fondness over the 870, but for the most part, I just enjoy more playing with it. I don't know. It just feels better. just bluntly, it just feels better using that. I just feel a lot more mobile, and it just seems more reliable to me. I don't know which statistic I can make up for it to justify this thought process, but still, I don't know, I just like it a lot more, and I really do like Metro. So the game concludes right here, and yes, it's kind of chopped and diced, but I didn't do it intentionally. Just I went out of hard drive space, basically. That's why Fraps stopped recording. So what I can tell you, I went MVP, pretty close, by the way. I mean, the second guy had like 300 points less than me. And also, too, we lost the game. We captured B, we captured A, but it was way too late. We lost the game. So if you want to see the Jet gameplay tomorrow, I would like you to visit my channel again. So this game's over. This was my little rant and or commentary, whatever you like to call it, about Operation Metro. I will see you guys next time, which will basically be tomorrow, like I said. So take care, I catch you later.